are here because the outside world rejects you.
I'm the best there is at what I do, but what I do isn't very nice.
Come on, let's get nuts.
This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga!
I made a buddy.
Come on, Peter Tingle.
Here we go.
What's up? What's up? What up?
We are the Nerdz II Men. I am Brad Reed.
I'm your boy Cameo.
And we're here to nerd out with you guys. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about today.
Tons of stuff, y'all. Tons of stuff.
Nerd updates, some rumors, all kinds of stuff. But first, I want to ask Cameo.
Yo.
We are recording this on a Sunday. So today is the last day of the fair. So by the time people hear this, the fair will probably be over, right?
Right.
But you actually got a chance to go out to the Great State Fair of Oklahoma. How was it?
Yeah, it was. I went on Friday, and it was the fair.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it don't matter what kind of fair you go to, what fair you go to.
Yeah.
Whether it be in Oklahoma, Texas, wherever. You're going to find some great people out there. some of the finest people out there.
I know, like I was telling my wife, because we wanted to go, but we're not allowed to go anywhere right now. But it was like, man, it's the people watching. That's what I want to do. But then I want to go when there's no people, so it would cancel, itself out there. The whole point of going.
Yeah.
Did you get some food?
Running around flashing people, maybe you could go somewhere, Brad.
Yeah. Did you get some
Jen's
food?
Just guilty by association, so it's all your fault.
Right. But yeah.
But man, I will say I was kind of upset though with the pricing out there.
Yeah.
So expensive.
Yeah.
Dude, I got it's a staple to go to the fair and get Dan's famous Indian tacos. And they were $12. I want to say like 2 years ago, which was the last time I went to the fair, was I think they were like $8.
Yeah.
And I'm like, gee, how did it? What, $4? Like, that's ridiculous.
Well, it's a pandemic now, and he's probably got less help, and maybe probably some of the ingredients have gone up in price.
Yeah.
So there is that. But did you get a corn dog?
I did get a corn dog. Mm-hmm.
You got a corn dog. You were eating it out at the fair while you were listening to Genuine. How did you get that? How did you eat that corn dog? Show us.
I ate it before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there could be no misconceptions whatsoever.
All right. How was Genuine?
Dude, he put on a phenomenal show, even though it was, I think it was about like an hour, maybe hour 15, somewhere around there. He played all of his hits. Well, not all of them, but a majority of them. How
many hits does he have? Because when you told me Genuine, that's the only song I really kind of thought of.
I would say hits in the fact that
if you're a fan,
like if you're a fan, you would know all the ones that he played. Obviously, he played Pony. He played a little bit of Differences, In Those Jeans. I think he played Stingy. But yeah, dude, he sounds just like the album.
Oh wow!
Now,
because how old is he now? Like 50? Maybe in his 50s?
Probably. But 40s? The crazy thing is, I didn't realize that he has only been out for 25 years.
Only
25 years. Yeah.
I mean, that seems like not that long, but a long time ago, all in one to me.
Exactly. Because I feel like because 25 years ago, I was 10 years old. So when Genuine came out, I was 10 and listening to Pony. Like that's so weird to me because I'm like, wait a minute, how was that? Like, I swore he was, he's been in the game way longer than that.
Yeah,
but he hasn't. So that's kind of crazy to me.
All right, you want to take the over or under on his age? I said 50.
I'd say over.
So you think like 52, 51?
I'd say between there.
Well, you were wrong. He was 50. I was right. That's right.
Okay.
So you
didn't give me an option as a neutral.
I know, but I had already called 50. So I just wanted you to be wrong about something for once. Which
so he came out when he was 25. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I was thinking about us doing like another like nerd trivia, and maybe having Chris Stum be the the host.
Narrator.
Yeah,
the host. Okay,
but he's gonna ask questions that like probably neither of us know. We're gonna be like,
more than likely.
That was in issue 15 of the 48th re-release.
Right.
But that's why I love Chris. He's got all that info. And then real quick, we're not going to get into it, but did you watch the last episode of Titans?
I watched the majority of it, but I got on the phone, and so I couldn't. I didn't get to watch like the last like 10-15 minutes of it. Yeah,
I thought it's one of those episodes that I'm kind of like where I get a little frustrated about the show. Like, let's stay on track. But then it tied up pretty good. So I'm like I said, we're not going to talk about it right now because there's only a few more episodes. Is that right?
Yeah, I think there's like 5 after this or 4 after this one.
Okay.
4 or 5 after this one. So
what we'll probably do is right before the season finale, we'll kind of catch everybody up and give our predictions or whatever, and then we'll talk about the season finale. Okay. And for everybody else who watches Doom Patrol, it is available now in its 3rd season.
Yep.
Yeah, on HBO Max. All right, so speaking of HBO Max, I want to talk about this. This is, part of our nerd updates, but it's more of a rumor. Okay? But Jared Leto, it is rumored that he wants to return to the Joker role if Ben Affleck returns. Batfleck. Yeah. And so, like, okay, Cameo, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because you've been really hard on the character of the Joker, right? Mm-hmm. Because when we used to do, we kind of got away from it, but we were doing we rated everything by Kevin Smiths, and he never noticed us, so I quit doing it. No, I'm kidding. But if a movie was bad, we would say it was, 3 Joker Jared Leto Jokers. Yeah. Juggalo Jokers. So, and it's the weirdest thing because after the whole Snyderverse, thing, like where all the people demanded that they release his version of it. And I'm glad that they did because we both enjoyed it. I loved it. Mm-hmm. But people just a couple years ago were not a fan of Jared Leto's Joker. It wasn't just us. And I'm not saying, the truth has been that I didn't hate it as much as everybody else, but I was not that pleased with it. But I've said from the beginning that the version of the movie we saw that David Ayer made wasn't his version. So maybe if we saw that, it would have been a better, thing. But what we got, I don't know. There was a couple of things that just didn't feel right for the Joker. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think, the end credit scene for the Snyder Cut Justice League, do you think that was the Joker he was trying to go for?
Not at that time, but go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Because I was going to say, that short moment of his Joker, I thought he did really well. Like I thought he portrayed him in the sense of end of the world, kind of a methodical, chaotic Joker. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. He's the Joker for the time that it is.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like he portrayed, Joker a little bit better in the Snyder Cut version.
So you would say he redeemed himself.
Yeah, I would say that. Now, again, I'm on the fence with his version of it still. Well, again, we only got like a trailer version.
Well, yeah,
of that Joker.
But so your like dissatisfaction with the Joker could have been just because of the way that the people who hijacked David Ayer's version ended up wanting to portray him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So you would give him another chance. Like if they announce Jared Leto and Batfleck are going to make like a HBO show, you would be excited, right?
Of course.
See, because I would be super excited. I love Zack Snyder. Now, I'm not on the internet bashing everything that isn't Zack Snyder because, like I said, I loved the Suicide Squad. Loved it. And that was
a Marvel movie, so it's cool.
Yeah. But so yeah, like I said, I was the most upset when they pretty much fired him from doing any more stuff. Was that we didn't get like just a true Batman and Joker, or Batman and anybody, just Batman, Because since I saw The Watchmen, I've been wanting just a Batman movie from Zack Snyder, and so But people have totally rewritten history because now they're claiming like BVS was the best movie ever, and we can all agree that there's a lot of good stuff in that movie. But I am of the opinion that it's not perfect. Like any movie wouldn't, no movie is, but it just goes a little too long. I think we've spoken about that before. So, and that's really just the Superman stuff. They should have done a Man of Steel 2, and they should have given Batman his own movie. That's my opinion.
Right.
So, that's pretty much all I got to say about that.
Hey, that's the gist of it. So
yeah. But I'm like I say, give me some more Batman and Joker where it's Batfleck and Jared Leto. I'm for it.
Yeah, dude. And I hate saying this because it takes away from going to the movies, but the way that they with the series that Disney Plus is doing with the Falcon and WandaVision, and I should say Captain America and the Winter Soldier now. If we get shows like that, like movie style shows or series, I am totally down for that rather than going to the movies. I'm okay with that.
I agree.
Because if you want to do like a 3 hour, or 2.5, 3 hour movie to like tie up something, I'm okay with that. I'll go to the movies for that. But when you have, so for instance, the oh my goodness, Spider-Man No Way Home movie. It's going to run like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
A little over 2.5 hours. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. But I would love like a 6-part miniseries and then the 2.5 hour movie,
Right.
Like I want to see him go through his struggles, save some people here and there. Like I kind of want to see a little bit more than just like, here we are, climax, ending.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me. So,
well, you might not see anything like that, and we'll talk about that here in just a sec. But before we get to some hard news, this is another rumor, okay? And it's that people are saying Professor Xavier, played by Patrick Stewart, is going to be
Sir Patrick.
Well, I'm not English, so whatever. But he'll show up in the Multiverse of Madness, which is the second Doctor Strange movie. So but I think it hasn't actually been confirmed that if it is, that it would be Patrick Stewart, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I'm
just saying, it could be who's the other guy?
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy, right?
Or Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Moore. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I put my odds more on Patrick Stewart for sure.
Yeah.
Seconded by James McAvoy. But if I would put your next paycheck on Tracy Morgan, but not mine. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, do you think that's going to happen? Because it just seems like we keep getting the same old runaround of the X-Men are coming, but
I'm not going to bet any money on it. Would I be ecstatic and nerd out if I saw that? Heavens, yes. So, I'll take it for what it is, and we'll just go from there.
Yeah.
Would I love to see an X-Man, a true X-Man in the MCU, just to, let them know that the X-Men are coming? Oh my goodness, yes. X-Men is probably one of my, they're, besides Spider-Man, X-Men is my all-time favorite group. So
what are their best songs?
Everybody Loves a Mutie.
Yeah. Oh, no. You can't say that. But yeah, actually it's the TV show theme song.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. No, but so yeah, that would be pretty dope. And to kind of be kind of cool to see if Evan Peters comes back as Quicksilver.
Yeah.
So, and possibly tie that in with WandaVision. So
they need to, because that wasn't right what they did.
No,
it wasn't right. And I feel like the reason that they did it was because it will turn into something later. Like, yeah, it felt like empty carbs then, but we're going to get like some cake to feast on later. I don't know. I want to ask you this because go ahead. Quick. Yeah.
But what if that was really was it not Pietro?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what if it was Pietro and what's her name? Agatha had a spell on him to not remember who he actually was.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could may well be Quicksilver, even though they said it wasn't.
Yeah.
But that could just be, some smoke and mirrors that they're doing.
I think it is. But yeah, so I've seen this on Twitter regarding the X-Men. And people are saying that the X-Men are a way better group than the Avengers. And I am going to second that, actually. And I wonder what your thoughts are.
Oh, heavens, yes. Dude, like I told you, the only reason why I'm watching the Avengers is because that's what's out.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love the movies. I love all the Avengers. But the X-Men are so much cooler.
Yeah.
And there's so much story with the X-Men. And I'm not trying to get too political, but I mean it's a comic that was based on, what was going on around the times, segregation and prejudices and all this stuff. So I think that's why I'm so tied to it more than the Avengers. Yeah, I know some of the Avengers have had their, their days in the dumpster, but the X-Men, dude, they even though they're heroes, they are still getting trash talked.
But yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, for me, like, I knew who all the X-Men were long before I knew who most of the Avengers were. Like, aside from the Incredible Hulk, because he had a TV show back in the day and I watched it, you know. That's how I learned of a lot of comic book characters was TV, but because I didn't watch, but that just like I was saying earlier about the TV show, the one in the 90s, like that came before we got Avengers stuff. So I think maybe that is why it's more baked in for a lot more people. But just as a group, I kind of like them better. Like I feel like they work as a group better. And they have like all the intriguing stories with Wolverine, and not everybody is just happy-go-lucky or anything like that.
Right.
But just cooler characters, in my opinion. That's me. But you said that Spider-Man is one of your other favorites, which I knew. Look, I think I've still got your Spider-Man, and I'm about to knock everything. Yep.
I got my Spider-Man shirt.
Well, they're about to start going around and collecting it and taking it all back. You'll be robbed of your shirt and your action figure. So
nope.
Maybe go.
I ain't taking none of mine.
Yeah, that's what happens because there's a lawsuit between the estates of Steve Ditko and Stan Lee and Disney, or is it Is it Disney or Marvel? Or all of it, right? Marvel Comics, all of it. Where they're requesting that the rights go back to them. I don't know, there was something in it that said that it could go back to the heirs at some point. So now they're doing the whole lawsuit to get more. Actually, to get the rights back to them. So some people have been, making jokes. Like we shared one on Twitter where somebody had put like a black and white picture of Spider-Man, and they were like, he's going to be in the next Justice League movie. And I was like, ooh, that's this week's what if. But,
right.
But, like they could theoretically sell them to like a DC or something, which would be nuts. I think what is honestly going to happen, because people are losing their minds, like thinking that there won't be like any more movies or TV shows or anything. Like they're not going to just get it back and sit on it. They're going to sell it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Disney has the money to match or to make it right. So
yeah,
I don't see it really going anywhere, right?
I would say if it did go anywhere, it would come right back. Like it might maybe take a few months away of us not having something of Spider-Man, or Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and their characters. But
are they trying to get back all the characters? Or I thought it was just Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, and I can't remember who all he created or co-created, I should say. But I believe it's, I don't think it's like all of the Spider-Man characters, but like a certain few. I'm just throwing these out there, like Dr. Octopus and Green Goblin. Like those would stay with the estate of Ditko. And same with, Doctor Strange and, his characters that he created. But like I said, I don't think anything will happen. I believe it'll stay in the Marvel universe, or with Disney, I should say. So I just think this is something bigger that we don't know much about right now.
Right.
And, we're getting bits and pieces of it. Like, shoot, how media is.
Well, I will go out on a limb and say that we will end the Nerdz II Men podcast completely if Spider-Man goes away completely, because I'm sure it's just going to be a little blip where they get the rights back and then they turn around and sell them back to them for double the money. And as they should.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Especially, I don't know why they're wanting to do that. I'm not sure if Disney and Marvel are gypping them on, on some pay, or they're not paying them at all. Whatever the case is, if it's something like that going on, I would definitely be like, well, either you pay me or I'm pulling my characters.
Yeah.
Sorry. But But I also heard a story too that with the with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, it was just like a contract style. Like, you make these characters, we'll pay you X amount of dollars for it. And that was the contract. So it was like a work for hire type deal, not like an actual, you work for Marvel, and this basically what you create is yours type of deal. It's just like, you're creating these characters and we're paying you this amount of money.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's going anywhere, so I don't think anybody needs to worry.
No, because like I say, they've got so much stuff planned in and around Spider-Man that it wouldn't make any sense money-wise to turn around and lose it. Like they would pay. Well, I think they would pay. I mean, because they'd have to ask for something reasonable.
Yeah,
but $2 billion is reasonable.
Yeah, and then this is what I would do.
I mean, to me, that's never gonna happen, but.
Yeah, I would say $1 billion and 10% of merch, video games, toys, whatever.
Yeah,
like pay me my money.
Yeah, that's probably smart right there for sure.
I just hope that we get the Spider-Man 2 video game before all of this.
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering about if it would hold that up at all. But like I say, I think it'll end up in a settlement, to be honest, and they'll figure it all out. Yeah. All right, we got some good news, some real good news. I think it just broke today, actually. Cobra Kai, we've been wondering when we get the next season because every season has been better than the last. So this would be season 3, right?
Season 4.
Season 4. Okay, I thought there were 3. So this comes out New Year's Eve, which is great for me. Yeah, of this year, which is great. And this is great for me because New Year's Eve, guess where I'm always at? Home. Yeah.
Same here. Don't be out there with them crazies.
So my son, he was like, man, I'm going to go to New York for New Year's Eve this year and like see them drop the ball and everything. I was like, man, I wouldn't do it, but good for you. That sounds like fun. But I'm going to be staying home and I'm also going to be binging Cobra Kai.
Yep.
Because like this season, the man, what's the guy from the original movies that was in charge of Cobra Kai? I can't remember his name, but like but he's playing a bigger role in this next season. I feel like based off of the end of season 2 or 3. So I'm looking forward to it.
And they are already said they're renewing it for a 5th season back in August. So, I mean, this show has to be really good for you to be like, oh, okay, we haven't even given you a full trailer yet, but we're going to renew it for a 5th season.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm really happy about it. I'm happy for those guys too. I've listened to some of their stories, and like you said, you never watched How I Met Your Mother, right?
Right.
Well, I'm blanking on everybody's names now. What's the not Ralph Macchio, but the other guy that's the star? Look it up while I'm talking. No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man, because I'm blanking on the names now. But anyway, he was like he would show up in is it Billy something? No, it's Steve Zabko.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at my big brain. No, but he would show up on How I Met Your Mother. Like he would make guest appearances as himself because one of the characters really liked him. And then, like that went away and you didn't see him in much. Ralph Macchio's had a bit more of a career at post Karate Kid for sure, but it's just cool to see that they were like, let's do this. And, would anybody even watch it? And it turned into
William Zabka, not Steve Zabka.
William. That's right. You're right.
But I think show name is Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah. Johnny Lawrence. I think they called him Billy back then too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just saying like, it's just cool to see them doing it and getting that, amount of success.
Mm-hmm.
And also actual stories have been pretty entertaining. So
Yeah. It's so corny, but I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's some things that like you're like kind of embarrassed to watch, like the new Full House, where like there's just some cringe moments because they're trying to really recreate stuff from the 90s or whatever. And then and there's even a little bit of satire in that. They're in on the joke, but it's still kind of like, ooh.
Right.
But with this one, I don't feel that way. I'm just feel like it's great to reminisce about the old days and then have great stories now that are coming out of it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we are done with our nerd update for this week, and we're going to talk about Star Wars Visions, which is available on Disney Plus. And unlike most of our conversations, we're not going to spoil this one because I feel like this one's going to take a little bit to get people to watch. Because like a lot of people that watch our show probably are into anime, and I'm not actually. I'm not really that into it. So, like, remember when we were talking a while back about all the Star Wars releases, and we were like, Star Wars Visions. I don't have any idea what that is, but I'm sure it'll be all right. Well, now we know. It is 9 episodes of different stories, but they're all like anime and different styles even, but they're all in the style of anime and stuff. And man, I loved it, Cameo. Like I said, I'm not even that much into anime. So you've only seen a few episodes. I think you've seen most better than half, but
I've seen about 4 episodes.
Oh, 4 episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your initial take on all that?
I liked it, man. It's I'm a huge anime fan. And I say huge in the sense that, I don't watch every single anime that's out there. Either one, because I don't know which ones are really that good and I don't know where to start from. But the ones that I watch religiously are, some of my favorites. But I mean, this Star Wars Visions, man, it's right up there with the other ones. It's not like some of the hardcore anime ones that I've watched, because obviously this is Disney and Star Wars was never, a whole bunch of blood and gore, like some animes that are out there. Yeah, man, the animation is amazing.
It is amazing. It is.
It's so awesome.
So there's a couple episodes right off the bat, like the second episode and third episode, that was a style of anime that I didn't love, just to be honest. But I mean, the stories were pretty cool. But the first one, The Duel, I want everybody to definitely go watch that one. And then you'll want to watch. Dope. Yeah, you'll want to watch more. The animation style in that one was just really cool, and the story was great. But I guess I'm going to talk about one spoiler then. One spoiler.
Okay.
That lightsaber, the Sith lightsaber, that was almost like an
umbrella.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah,
I like that. And then going further, there's a lot of cool lightsabers in this series because it's all these new ways of animating, and they wanted to make sure that everybody knew that none of this was canon, right? Like this is all just extra stuff. But I posted on our Facebook page, and I probably there's a lot of people who won't agree with me, but I said if the last 6 movies are canon and this isn't, then give me more non-canon.
Yeah.
Because I was really, there was a lot of really good ones. I want to point out just a few real quick. And the interesting thing is there was a lot of, in a couple episodes, there was some people you would know, that were doing the voice acting. I think Joseph, man, God, I'm horrible today. And now I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right? That's his name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was in it. There's been David Harbour was in it. So, but the episodes that I like the most didn't even have like any recognizable names. So it was the first episode that I really loved, and then episode 4, The Village Bride. Did you see that one? You said you did see episode through 4.
Yeah.
That one I thought was a really, really good one and a little more grown up style, in my opinion. Then episode 5, which you haven't seen, The Ninth Jedi, is awesome. Dude,
I really liked the second episode, the Tatooine Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I like that one. It was the animation was kind of blah, but I just liked the story to it.
That's what it was, kind of that animation style that I don't like. So that's what kind of made it. Like, I liked every episode, don't get me wrong. It just, that one wasn't my favorite. But like I say, that one had them. It had Bobby Moynihan, who used to be on Saturday Night Live, and a few others that I can't remember at the moment.
Dude, they have some like awesome cast members in here.
Yeah.
Brian T, who I had the pleasure of interviewing, he's on there. George Takei.
Yeah, George Takei.
Allison Brie, Lucy Liu.
Yep.
Like you said, Dave Harbour, Kimiko Glenn. She was in Orange is the New Black. She also played Penny Parker in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Nice.
Jordan Fisher, he's in it. He's are you caught up with The Flash?
No, not even close.
He is now in the Flash TV series. So yeah, man, there's just a lot of people. And then, Tamura Morrison, Boba Fett. So
right. Yeah, like I said, that episode that you mentioned was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It just it was a different style than I like. But
yeah,
the other one that I wanted to point out was episode 7, called The Elder. So that one might have been my favorite of all of them. Episode 7, The Elder. So I want you to get caught up, Cameo, because they're not very long. They're like 30 minutes, and you can binge watch them all. They're not like weekly as they've been doing with some other stuff. So yeah, that's what's up. Star Wars Visions, it is, I would give it 3 crying Kevin Smiths.
Yeah. From what I've seen, the first 4 episodes, definitely.
All right, so we got some PandemPicks we can talk about. Again, me and you have discussed this. Like, we were going to give that name up a month ago, and then the pandemic picked back up. And like, my son got it last week. And so I've been sitting here all week like, oh gosh, am I going to get it? Am I going to get it? Because I'm vaccinated. I'm diabetic. So I was like, I better get vaccinated. I don't care. I'll tell everybody. Yeah. And I also give everybody the space to whatever. If you don't trust it or whatever, that's fine. I understand. But me being diabetic was like, yeah. And then so I haven't got it. I tested the other day just to make sure that I didn't get it. And so, but it's been a long week of like, oh my gosh, do I have it? Do my nieces and nephews have it? Like, are we all, which one of us are going to be going to the hospital? It's just, ugh.
Right.
So we don't take joy in calling it PandemPicks necessarily, but it is stuff that, since we're all home, you can watch, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to just point out a couple Night Books. Did you see that yet on Netflix?
Mm-mm.
It's kind of it's like a scary movie, but it's for probably your 10 and ups, and you can watch it too. Kristen Ritter is in it.
Okay.
Who was Jessica? No. Who is her character?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. I was wanting to say Jennifer. I was like, that's my wife. Yeah, Jessica Jones. So she's in it, and like I say, it's a pretty good one. Me and Nugget are probably going to talk about it on Conformist Peach Cobbler some more, but
and what was it called again?
It was called Night Books. Now, the movie is about a witch, Cameo, which might.
Okay.
But she's not.
Yeah.
She's not like. She's more like a kind of more like a Disney witch, or not like a a Satanist witch. So there's that.
Gotcha.
There is that, because now movies about witches, they go really crazy. Back in the day, it was like the Wicked Witches, like Wizard of Oz or something like that. But that's kind of the witch that we're dealing with here, kind of more like a.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, there's that, and then there's a movie called Kate. Did you get to watch Kate yet?
No, I didn't. But I want to watch it though.
Man, that one's a really good one. It's one of these action movies that have come out lately that have kind of that same style where it's just adrenaline throughout the whole movie, just 100% adrenaline. And
okay.
This was a really good one. Mary Elizabeth Winstead was in it. She plays Kate. If you might remember her, she was in the Birds of Prey movie. She's been in
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, she's been in a ton of stuff. Like, I didn't even realize all the stuff she's been in. She's actually, I didn't know she was married to Ewan McGregor.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was married.
Yeah. That's what when I was reading about like all the stuff, and they were both in Birds of Prey together.
Yeah.
But also Woody Harrelson's in it. And so it was a pretty good movie. I would definitely recommend it to everybody who's, stuck at home, I guess, or just needing something new to watch. Because that's the one thing about, like, it is crazy. Like, I got rid of cable, and now I'm having to get Stars separately. I'm having to get HBO separately. I'm having to get Hulu with live TV. I ought to just go back to cable.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Probably won't.
Because look at it this way. You're paying what? How much a month for those services?
Well, like the Stars is probably like $8 a month. And then the Hulu is actually the most expensive because I've got all the stuff so I can watch basketball and,
gotcha.
all the stuff.
Wait, before I forget, did we talk about clickbait?
Oh no, let's talk about it. My wife has been watching that one. Is that the one with the guy from Entourage?
Yeah, dude, watch that show, dude. I think it's like 7 or 8 episodes.
Yeah.
It's really good. That's my PandemPick. Me and Christine finished it last week, and I'm just like, wow, this show was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll probably watch that. My mom was also interested in that one, so I'll check it out. But so I can't remember that guy's name, but he was also Aquaman. Did you know that?
He was?
Did you watch Entourage?
Oh, no, I never did, but I do remember somebody talking about him being Aquaman.
Yeah, like he was Aquaman, and like I guess it was like a flop, and it wasn't very good, and that was always funny because Jason Momoa definitely saved Aquaman as far as being mainstream popular.
Right.
So anyway, all right, Cameo. Well, that's about a wrap for me. We will be back in a week or so as things happen. What's next on the menu? I guess it's Venom.
Oh, Venom. Yeah, Venom next week.
I can't wait. I'm gonna have to find a way to watch it at home.
Yeah, supposedly Tobey Maguire's supposed to make a cameo appearance. That's a rumor.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
We'll see.
All right. Cameo.
Keep it nerdy.
Smile and put on a happy face.
Wakanda forever!
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
That was awesome!
Freeze all motor functions.